How's the new broken neon sign looking? I think we should get a different one. Heard about the new Meta/Facebook Advantage Plus campaigns? Curious about how much of an advantage this new campaign type could give you? Today, we're going to explore Meta's new Advantage Plus campaigns, and we'll give you a brief overview of what they are, a few tips for getting started with them, and a couple of things to be aware of when using them. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to use Meta and Facebook interchangeably because I'm still getting used to the whole change when talking about Facebook ads related stuff, but so we're clear, both refer to ads across the Meta network, so Facebook and Instagram. Advantage Plus campaign overview. Now, there are currently two different types of Advantage Plus campaigns in the suite that Meta offers, Advantage Plus Shopping and Advantage Plus App campaigns. So, what are Advantage Plus Shopping and App campaigns? It's a campaign type that allows you to combine all of your ad types, static, video, dynamic, into one consolidated campaign. And within that one campaign, you're targeting customers across the entire customer journey. So you no longer need to split your ad campaigns into prospecting, retargeting, and retention. Instead, it combines Meta's most advanced machine learning with best ad practices to help advertisers get the most out of their ad budgets. Listen, this is nothing new. If you've watched my video about Performance Max campaigns in Google Ads, then you'll know that we marketers need to relinquish some of that control we used to have in order to let the algorithms do their magic. Be aware, in a paid ads environment with less control, marketers now need to be on top of their main three levers available to them. The data you feed back into the platforms, the creatives you feed to the algorithm, and the data that is created as a result of your campaigns that you can analyze. But more on that from Tommy in his future performance marketing videos. By the way, subscribe to our channel for those. They will help shape your marketing strategy for the next couple of years. Trust me, they are top class. How does that relate to creative fatigue? Yes, you may be wondering how this is going to solve your creative fatigue issues. Remember the iOS 14 release? When we were all freaking out about how effective our retargeting ads were going to be and how to set them up to still get the best results? Well, this is Meta's response to that monumental shift. By combining all of the ads across the customer journey into one campaign, Advantage Plus can see which ads are winning and contributing to conversions at every point in the customer journey, and is therefore able to mix and match ads more effectively. In fact, with Advantage Plus campaigns, you can allow Facebook to optimize on an individual level for each user. This allows them to really tailor the best ad in real time, meaning customers are less likely to see the same type of ad over and over again, thus reducing creative fatigue, which Lord knows is something we all want to do because that creative production is expensive. Okay, how do Facebook Advantage Plus campaigns actually work? Like with most machine learning, the more options the better, because this gives the machine more options to experiment with and more signals to understand what's working. The recommendation is to have at least between 20 to 50 creatives, but you can test up to 150 in the Advantage Plus shopping campaigns. I know, I can hear some of you being shocked from afar because that sounds like a lot of creatives, especially when you're running on a small creative budget. Two things to note here. One is that the differentiation in creatives doesn't have to be huge. Reuse, repackage, or try some lo-fi creatives. Not every creative needs to be TV grade, right? The second thing is that this is just a recommendation. I can guarantee there are businesses out there that have achieved a solid ROI with fewer creatives, but if you want the best out of it, that's a recommendation. One thing to be aware of though is that with Advantage Plus campaigns, you can only do broad targeting with geo and age, so no interest-based targeting and no lookalike audiences. Scary, I know. What you can do, however, is use your existing customer base to have Facebook create audiences for you. Then you let Meta's new algorithm do its thing. Some of you may be wondering, do you just give the Advantage Plus campaign free rein to decide how to split the budget across the customer journey? No, you get a little more control than that. Advantage Plus shopping and app campaigns allow you to split your budget between how much percentage within the campaign you would like to go to prospecting, retargeting, and retention ads being served. A few tips for getting started with Facebook Advantage Plus ads. Numero uno, try and have at least 20 to 50 creative types to test. That way Meta will be able to mix and match and optimize further. Numero dos, consider how much budget you can put on an Advantage Plus campaign before you try it. Then you can test out all of the variation types, which does take a chunk of cash. A budget of 30K or more is best so you can really see the results. Numero tres, the longer you've been advertising on Meta, the better, simply because Meta has more data to contribute to the algorithm for you. Numero cuatro, it's super important you have measurement in place either with a pixel, conversion API, or some kind of integration with something like Shopify, because it's those signals that Facebook uses to optimize Advantage Plus campaigns. Numero cinco, Advantage Plus campaigns should be consolidated. Trying to create these types of campaigns for specific products or markets will likely be too granular, so don't be afraid to stay big. Okay, and lastly, a few things to be aware of when using Facebook Advantage Plus ads, because I really want you to be successful here. These ad types are optimized more for sales and app downloads, in other words, more transaction type conversions. So they're less geared towards the business-to-business use case. However, in our case, for example, since we feed back a transaction amount for our conversions via Zapier that is built backwards from a deal value, and we have enough volume, we can utilize these types of campaigns, so you can too. It just requires a little more work to pass the transaction values back from your CRM or backend platform. Secondly, Meta will suggest creative types to use for your campaign based on their performance. However, not all of that performance is necessarily conversions. For example, if you have a video ad that gets viewed 10,000 times but has no conversions, Meta might still suggest it as a creative combination to use because it has a lot of video views. So you just need to be mindful when you're running a full funnel campaign and ensure you have a balance of ads catering to each step of the funnel so Facebook can meet your prospects where they are in the journey with the right asset. That's all from us now on Advantage Plus shopping and app ads. My advice is give it a whirl and see what you can squeeze out of it. If you found this video useful, like and subscribe where you'll get more videos about digital marketing best practices, marketing data and analytics, and data visualization tips and tricks. All the great content you need to shortcut your way to being a better marketer.